Many people believe that walking more is the key to staying healthy after 70. But what if I told you that doctors are now advising against it? Walking is a great way to stay active. But if it's your only form of exercise, you might be making a mistake that could accelerate aging instead of slowing it down. As we age, our bodies need more than just walking to stay strong, maintain balance, and protect our joints. Relying solely on walking while neglecting other forms of movement can lead to muscle loss, joint strain, and even an increased risk of falls. That's why experts now recommend that after 70, you should walk less and focus on these 5 important activities instead. These are the real keys to maintaining strength, energy, and independence well into your later years. In this video, we'll break down the 5 key areas to prioritize instead of just walking. These simple changes can improve your mobility, protect your bones, and even add years to your life. And because the last one is something almost no one talks about, but it plays a major role in your longevity. Before we start, if you haven't subscribed yet, I suggest you do so and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. If you enjoyed this video, please type 1 in the comments. If you don't, type 0 to let me know so I can make better content for you. Now, let's dive in. Strength training to preserve muscle mass. Walking is a great way to stay mobile, but if it's the only exercise you're doing, you could be setting yourself up for muscle loss after 70. Sarcopenia, or the gradual loss of muscle mass, is one of the biggest threats to independence as we age. The problem with walking alone is that it doesn't do much to build muscle. It mainly engages the lower body, and even then, it doesn't provide the resistance your muscles need to stay strong. That's why doctors now emphasize that after 70, strength training should be a top priority. It directly combats muscle loss, improves balance, and helps you stay strong enough to avoid injuries and falls. If you can still carry a heavy grocery bag without trouble, stand up from a chair without using your hands, or open a tight jar with ease, it's a sign that your muscles are still working well. But if these tasks are becoming harder, it's likely because your muscles are gradually weakening, even if you don't notice it. The reality is, if you don't actively work to maintain your strength, your body will start losing it. Take someone like Robert, who's 74. He walked every day thinking that was enough to stay healthy. But one day, he realized he was struggling to lift a box that used to feel light. He also noticed that standing up from the couch had become more difficult. At first, he blamed it on aging, but then his doctor, The doctor explained that muscle loss isn't just something that happens over time. It accelerates if you don't challenge your muscle. He started adding basic strength exercises to his routine, like light resistance bands, body weight squats, and simple dumbbell movements. Within a few months, he noticed a huge improvement. He felt stronger, more stable, and even had more energy throughout the day. Strength training doesn't have to mean lifting heavy weights at the gym. It can be as simple as using resistance bands, doing body weight exercises like squats or push-ups against a counter, or even lifting household objects. The key is to use progressive resistance, challenging your muscles enough to keep them active and engaged. And the benefits go far beyond just building strength. Studies show that maintaining muscle mass is linked to longer life expectancy, better mobility, and even improved brain health. If you want to check where your strength stands right now, try this. Sit in a chair and stand up without using your hands. If you can do this easily, that's a great sign. But if you struggle, it may be time to focus on rebuilding your strength. The good news is, it's never too late. Strength training can reverse muscle loss, improve balance, and help you stay independent for years to come. So, if you're still relying only on walking for exercise, consider this your wake-up call. Muscle is key to longevity, and after 70, it's one of the most important things you can protect. If you're still watching and finding these tips helpful, please comment 1 below to let me know you're here. Now let's move on to the next topic. Balance and stability exercises to prevent falls. Walking keeps you moving, but it doesn't always improve your balance, which many people don't realize until it's too late. After 70, fall prevention becomes one of the most important aspects of staying healthy and independent. Falls are one of the leading causes of serious injuries in older adults, and many falls happen not because of weak legs, but due to poor. If you're not actively training your balance, you might unknowingly be increasing your risk of trips, stumbles, and dangerous falls. You might think that since you've been walking your whole life, your balance must be fine. However, balance isn't something that automatically stays strong. It gradually declines unless you actively work on it. Walking doesn't challenge the small, stabilizing muscles in your feet, ankles, and core the way balance exercises do. And if your balance weakens, even a small misstep can lead to a fall that could take months or even years to recover from. Think about the last time you stood on one foot while putting on a sock or tried reaching for something on a high shelf. Did you feel steady, or did you have to grab onto something? Many people don't realize their balance is slipping until they experience a near fall, one that leaves them shaken and cautious with every step. That's what happened to Edward, 76. He was always active, but one day while stepping off a curb, his foot landed awkwardly, and he lost his balance. He caught himself just in time, but that moment made him realize how vulnerable he had become. His doctor told him that simple balance exercises, like standing on one foot, shifting his weight side to side, and practicing controlled movements, could help rebuild his stability. Within weeks, he felt stronger, steadier, and more confident in his movements. Balance exercises don't require a gym or special equipment. Simple movements like standing on one foot, walking heel to toe in a straight line, or practicing slow, controlled weight shifts can dramatically improve your stability. The benefits go beyond just preventing falls. Better balance means better posture, stronger reflexes, and even improved coordination, making every movement feel more effortless and controlled. If you want to test your balance, try this. Stand near a counter for safety and lift one foot off the ground. See if you can hold your balance for at least 10 seconds. If this feels easy, that's a great sign. But if you struggle, it may be time to focus on improving your balance. It may need some work, and the sooner you start, the better. Balance is one of those things you don't think about until it's too late, but training it now can keep you strong and independent for years to come. If you've only been focusing on walking, it's time to start prioritizing balance. The best way to prevent a fall isn't just to stay active, it's to train your body to stay steady. 3. Flexibility and mobility exercises to keep joints healthy. Walking may keep your legs moving, but it doesn't do much for your flexibility, which becomes critically important after 70. Over time, your joints naturally stiffen and your range of motion decreases. Movements that once felt effortless can start to feel restricted. If you've noticed that turning your head feels tighter, or that bending down to tie your shoes isn't as easy as it used to be, that's a sign that your flexibility is declining. When your mobility starts to shrink, so does your independence. The problem is that many people don't realize how important mobility is until they start losing it. Walking alone doesn't stretch muscles fully, nor does it engage all the movement patterns your joints need to stay functional. That's why doctors emphasize that after 70, dedicating time to flexibility and mobility exercises is just as important as staying active. It's what allows you to keep doing daily activities without discomfort or strain. Think about the last time you reached for something in the backseat of your car or tried to put on a jacket. Did it feel smooth, or did you notice stiffness? Many people ignore these small changes, thinking they're just part of aging. But what's really happening is that the muscles and connective tissues are tightening, gradually reducing flexibility over time. This is exactly what happened to Walter, 78. He was still walking every day, but over time, he noticed that getting out of bed in the morning felt stiffer. When he reached for something on the floor, he had to bend his knees more than usual. His doctor told him that mobility loss wasn't just about aging, it was about not using his joints to their full range of motion. So Walter started incorporating gentle stretching, controlled movements, and joint exercises into his daily routine. Within weeks, he felt looser, more comfortable, and even noticed an improvement in his posture. Flexibility exercises don't mean sitting down and touching your toes for 10 seconds. Dynamic stretches, controlled rotations, and gentle yoga-inspired movements can make a huge difference. Simple activities like neck rotations, shoulder rolls, knee-to-chest stretches, or ankle circles help keep your joints lubricated and pain-free. The benefits go far beyond just feeling less stiff. Greater flexibility means fewer aches and pains, better circulation, improved posture, and even a lower risk of falls. If you want to test your flexibility, try this. Stand up straight and slowly turn your head as far as you can to one side, then the other. Does it feel smooth, or do you feel tightness? If you notice restrictions, it's a sign that your flexibility is decreasing. Now is the time to do something about it. Mobility loss isn't inevitable. With just a few minutes of focused stretching each day, you can keep your body feeling younger, more mobile, and pain-free for years to come. So, if walking is your main form of exercise, it's time to start focusing on flexibility too. Keeping your joints loose and your movements smooth is one of the most important things you can do to stay active and independent after 70. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment 3% below to let me know you're here. Now, let's move on. 4. Core and posture exercises to protect your spine. Walking may keep your legs in motion, but it doesn't do much for your core strength or posture, and these are two things that become critical after 70. A strong core isn't just about having toned abs, it's about maintaining stability, preventing back pain, and ensuring your spine stays aligned as you move. If your core is weak, you may start experiencing lower back discomfort, balance problems, or a tendency to hunch forward when walking, all of which can increase your risk of falls and joint strain. Most people don't realize how important postural strength is until they start feeling aches and pains that weren't there before. If you've noticed that you're slouching more, feeling stiffness in your lower back, or having trouble standing upright for long periods, that's a sign that your core muscles aren't doing their job. Walking alone doesn't fully engage the deep stabilizing muscles that support your spine. It's essential to focus on strengthening the muscles in your abdomen and lower back, which is why doctors emphasize the importance of core and posture exercises after 70. Take someone like Harold, who's 75. He was always active, but over the years he noticed his shoulders rounding forward and his lower back feeling more strained, even though he walked daily. His doctor explained that poor posture was putting extra pressure on his spine and joints, leading to chronic stiffness and an increased risk of imbalance. So Harold started incorporating gentle core activation exercises such as seated pelvic tilts, standing posture resets, and abdominal bracing into his routine. Within a few weeks, he noticed less back pain, better posture, and even improved breathing. Core exercises don't require a gym or special equipment. Simple movements, like standing tall against a wall, engaging your lower abs while sitting, or practicing slow controlled rotations, can activate the deep stabilizing muscles that keep your spine aligned. The benefits go beyond just posture. A strong core means better balance, reduced joint strain, and even improved digestion, as your abdominal muscles support internal organs. To test your core strength, try this. Stand against a wall with your back flat, your head, shoulders, and hips touching the surface. Can you maintain this position comfortably, or does it feel like you have to force yourself upright? If it feels unnatural, that's a sign your posture may need work. The sooner you start strengthening your core, the better. 5. Joint protection and low-impact movements to reduce strain. Walking is a great way to stay active. But if it's your only form of movement, it can start putting unnecessary strain on your joints, especially after 70. As we age, cartilage wears down, joint fluid decreases, and shock absorption becomes less efficient. This is why many seniors begin to experience stiff knees, aching hips, or discomfort in their feet, even if they've been active their entire lives. The issue isn't necessarily the walking itself, but that walking alone doesn't provide the joint support your body needs. Many people assume joint pain is just a natural part of aging, but in reality, stiffness and discomfort happen faster when you aren't actively protecting your joints. Walking can sometimes make this worse because it involves repetitive impact on the same joints over and over. This is why doctors now recommend reducing the amount of walking after 70 and focusing more on low-impact movements that strengthen and protect your joints. Think about the last time you finished a long walk. Did you feel energized and pain-free, or did you notice aching joints, stiffness, or lingering discomfort? If walking leaves you feeling sore, it may be a sign that your joints aren't getting the support they need. This is what happened to Raymond, 77. He walked daily, thinking it was the best thing for his health, but over time, his knees started feeling stiff, and his lower back began to ache. His doctor explained that he needed to reduce the repetitive impact on his joints and start incorporating low-impact movements instead. Raymond began doing gentle swimming, cycling, and flexibility-focused exercises, and within a few weeks, his pain decreased significantly without having to give up movement altogether. Joint-friendly movements include activities like water exercises, cycling, tai chi, or even simple chair-based stretches. These activities help increase blood flow to the joints, improve lubrication, and strengthen the surrounding muscles without putting excessive stress on sensitive areas. The benefits go beyond just pain relief. Protecting your joints now ensures better mobility, less stiffness, and greater ease of movement for years to come. To test how your joints are doing, try this. Sit in a chair and slowly stand up without using your hands. Notice how your knees and hips feel. Do they move smoothly, or do they feel stiff and achy? If there's any discomfort, that's your body telling you your joints need more care, and switching to low-impact movements could make all the difference. Maintaining strong, healthy joints is about more than just avoiding pain. It's about preserving mobility, protecting your independence, and ensuring that every step you take feels effortless rather than painful. If you've been focusing only on walking, it's time to prioritize joint health and start incorporating movements that help rather than harm. Final thoughts as we wrap up this video. Take a moment to reflect on these 5 priorities. If you've been relying only on walking for exercise, you might not have realized how much your body needs more than just steps to stay strong, mobile, and pain-free after 70. Your focus should shift toward protecting muscle mass, improving balance, increasing flexibility, strengthening your core, and reducing joint strain. These are the things that will truly keep you active and independent for years to come. Many people assume that aging means slowing down, but the truth is your body is still capable of improving at any age. Whether you need to work on strength, balance, flexibility, or posture, small changes can make a huge difference in how you move, how you feel, and how long you stay independent. The key is to start now. Muscle, balance, and joint health don't decline overnight. It happens gradually. But the good news is you have the power to slow it down or even reverse it. So, which of these 5 areas do you need to focus on the most? Have you noticed any changes in your strength, balance, or mobility? We'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment below sharing one thing you learned today and how you plan to bring it into practice in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating great content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.